everyone, welcome back to Art a la Carte. And in this episode, I'm going to do a request. I got quite a lot of requests for this one. Is to show you how to draw Totoro from Miyazaki's My Neighbor Totoro. The big thing you have to get is his oval shape, which is more like an egg shape. So the top of this oval is going to be more narrow, and as it comes down towards the bottom half of him, it's going to widen out a little bit more. And there we go. And I'm going to put a little bit of weight to the bottom. So instead of having it completely round out, as it comes down here a little bit, I'm just going to add a little bit of a weight line to it. So if you can get that shape, that kind of egg shape, then you've pretty much got your Totoro. So if you take and you measure him from top to bottom and you make a halfway mark line there, and then you measure from there to there and make a halfway mark, this is going to be kind of right around where his face is. His mouth, his eyes, and his nose are going to be right in this area. If the Totoro has his mouth closed, you generally don't even see it. So right above this line here, I'm going to make a very rounded and flat upside down triangle. So I'm going to have a nice bridge there to his nose. And just kind of draw this really flat but kind of round. It's almost like an oval, but it's got a little bit of a draw downward, just a little bit. And then right above that, I'm just going to give just a little bit of a line for kind of the bridge of his nose, kind of going back a little bit. And then on either side are his eyes. And as he gets sleepier and more relaxed, his eyes will get smaller. And as he gets more excited, his eyes get a lot wider. So you kind of have to decide your emotion of your Totoro. His eyes are also pretty wide set apart. I'm just going to draw those in really, really lightly. And they have kind of a little bit of a cat-like to them, so I'm going to put a thicker eyelid towards the outside around the edges, like this. And then just putting in a small pupil dot in the center for his eyes. When you draw his eyes, you'll see that they're not completely centered in the circle. You want them almost to be a little bit crossed. They're not crossed, but if you draw them a little bit, you don't want to put the pupil right smack dab in the center of his eyeball. Put it off towards the inner side just a little bit, not too far, he'll look cross-eyed, but that'll give him a look like he's focusing towards you. And then what we're going to do is we're going to work on his head. Now the top of his head I'm going to flatten out just a little bit, and as it comes down, it's going to come down and a little bit closer and then widen out a little bit. So it just kind of comes in and then widen out just a little bit, mainly for his shoulders. We'll get into that in a second. But at the top of his head, he has these kind of little triangle ears. I'm going to put two, they're pretty close to right above where his eyes are. So I'm going to put just kind of little, where his ears are going to go, and then they kind of fluff out to this almost kind of little arrow shape. Just like that. There's your cute little Totoro eyes. So let's look at his body a little bit. So as we come down past where his mouth would be, is where his body kind of comes out a little bit. And these are his arms. They don't come out super, they kind of meld right into his body unless they have raised up. But they come out about, if you measure from the center line down here, about halfway is where his arms kind of end. So they would kind of meld back into his body a little bit. And then you're going to draw his lower legs, which you can put just a little bit of weight coming down. You can see where the knee bend is. And then he's got just these tiny little feet underneath, which we'll put some claws to. And then his underbelly. You want to definitely get those little hints of feet down there. And then he's got these great little kind of claws, kind of like bear claws, but not super pointy and sharp, but really big. The first time the oldest character sees Totoro, you see his claws. They're almost a little bit menacing, but he's not a scary person at all, or Totoro at all. And he's going to put, you can put a little bit of claws right in his little hand there. Just like so. Now he's got this great pattern on his tummy. If he's an older Totoro, he's gray with a white tummy and some patches. If he's younger, he's a little blue Totoro with a white belly and little patches. And if he's a very young Totoro, he's a little white, just all white. And of course they get smaller as they get younger. I'm going backwards. As they get older, they get bigger. So there's his mouth line. So right underneath that, if you kind of go the same distance, you're going to start this kind of really cool circle. You don't want to go all the way to the edge. But you want to kind of keep this nice circle here. And you want to go almost to the bottom there. And again, just drawing really, really lightly so you can erase things if you need to. There we go. Okay, and then he has his little kind of patches that he has there. Now for the patterns on his chest, he's got these kind of little boomerang shapes. He's got 4 on the top and 5 underneath. The first 4. And what I do to get them positioned correctly is put a middle one here. And then you can know kind of where to put the other 2 on each side. And then last but not least, he has these really great little whiskers. I think I made his nose just a little too big. I'm going to make his nose just a little bit smaller. And there we go, we have our little Totoro sketched in. So I'm going to add some color to this and yeah, have this as the finished piece. And there we go, our colored Totoro. He's so cute. I hope you found this fun and you enjoyed drawing your own Totoros. And yeah, I'd love to see them. So make sure to post your Totoros on my Facebook page or Instagram. If you like this painting, I'm actually not going to be selling this one. I am going to be giving this one away in one of the prize packs when I reach 50,000 subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you are a subscriber, share this video, get your friends to subscribe, because the sooner we get to 50,000 subscribers, the sooner we can have a contest and the sooner I can give this little guy away and he can go have a forever home, maybe with you. What artist is really influential in your life? Someone that you really respect and admire their work. Let me know in the comment section below who it is that you really look up to. Thank you guys for drawing with me, and until next time, God bless you guys, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye!